get to it. Looking at GBPJPY, you can also remember this breakout structure here. You can remember this our breakout structure here, and this our origin that I said price will push up from here. So if you are even catching it from here, we are up massively. We're up massively. The buy we were able to catch last week was just from this demand zone. You know, it's clear because everything we're doing here, any trades you see me take, most of them I drop here, and you see that the strategy is working. So the next thing you need to do is to start working on yourself. And if you don't know how to work on yourself, that is actually the importance of my VIP group. Okay, so let's read the visible structures from the daily time frame. We have this breakout structure here. You can see that this particular origin has been able to dish out massive movements. Like I said earlier, this was the move that we were able to catch last week. So now you can see why I was buying with all alacrity, because price was resting on a higher time frame demand. But now it was indeed a massive movement. We have another break of structure here. We have another break of structure here, and it's obvious price has created equal high here, which is giving us this resistance level present. So we may get a correctional move there. From the daily time frame, what do we have? We have a new break of structure. So this is an origin to wait for. But if we should start refining down to the lower time frame, you will notice that this is very unrealistic to wait for price there. So this particular breakout structure, this is actually the origin that caused the breakout structure. So this is the origin we'll be looking to refine to see if GJ will come back there and we will continue. Looking at it from 4 hours. So 4 hours, we still have similar movements from what we saw, you know, from the daily time frame. We just have more candlesticks. So from 4 hours, I want to read the internal structure so that I will not just generalize it. So when it comes to reading market structure, you need to open your eyes. So I just want to read the internal structures. So from 4 hours, we have this tiny break of structures here, and we also have this break of structure here, and we have this one here. We also have tiny break of structure here, this one here. Okay, so looking at it from 4 hours, we also have this origin here, which is the origin that caused the last break of structure. This particular break of structure, we also have an origin there, mitigated origin, which we are going to leave pending. Even here we have origin. But let's keep refining to our entry time frame and know the one to actually wait for. So from 2 hours, you're seeing the break of structure clearly now. And now from 2 hours, the origin is going to be this particular candlestick here. 1 hour. Okay, so from 1 hour, the origin is going to be this tiny candlestick here after this break of structure. So 30 minutes. So 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So this break of structure is still present here, but then we're looking at the most recent. So 30 minutes is still this point. Looking at the movement, this is actually where the order block is. You can see this point. Let me zoom in. That is where the order block is. Or preferably, we'll have to wait for it here. So let's see from 15 minutes. Okay, from 15 minutes, you can also see this is where the other block is. But price may want to extend further into the full origin. So we need to be very careful with that. Okay. Now, looking at this particular break of structure below, we also have a clean origin at that point here. So I think I will be more comfortable waiting for it here because this particular order block is more inviting than what we have here. And we have double bottom here, which looks more like liquidity and also inducement. You can also see that we have a break of structure here. We have a break of structure here. You can see the origin, and that is actually where price is reacting to. But I'm seeing that point as inducement, so I'm expecting price to clean it up. So as we are going to set our trap now, we're going to set our trap on this particular order block here. Yes, we know there's an order block here. I'm just going to put an alert here. I don't want us to take an early entry and then be cleared out before price will now push to our direction. So I'm seeing this point as an inducement, liquidity that price will claim. So if we want to set our trap, it's going to be here. So I'm just going to take this out, but there's an alert there to show me when price is reacting at this point. So if I notice that price is ready to take off from this level, we can get in from there. But GJ is my friend, so I kind of, understand the movement at some point. So GJ, did you hear that? Don't fall my hands. So on this particular trade, this is the ideal point to put our SL. So our SL is 26 pips away, and we'll be targeting this. We'll be targeting this resistance level here. So that's what we'll be targeting. So this is going to be a trade of 1:9, kind of similar to what we were able to catch last week, because last week was also 1:9, I guess. So this is what we have on GBPJPY. So the correctional movement, all we just need to do is to keep observing. But if we also see a structure that needs us to join the correctional move, we'll get in. So that's just it. We work with what we see. But from how the correctional move is, pushing down, it's not looking attractive. So let's patiently wait for it here and see if price will get in here. So what do you guys think about this setup? What do you guys think about this setup? A setup to trade or a setup to avoid? What do you guys think? A setup to trade or a setup to avoid? Or do you think our POI is too far that price may not get there? So for me, it's a setup to trade. And let's just see if price will get into this POI, because from the structure we are seeing, that is the exact point we need to wait for another buy on GBPJPY. So I know someone may have this question: why are we waiting for another buy? Why don't we just sell? We bought last week. This week we should sell. You don't trade with what? Sentiments. We are currently looking out for a buy because GBPJPY is still bullish. So all we need to do is to align with the trend. So we're going to have a buy limit on GBPJPY. GBPJPY, and entry price will be 193.428. That's going to be the entry price. Stop loss is 26 pips away, which is 193. 0.167. And then our take profit, last week we were able to catch 300 and something pips on GBPJPY. So this setup, we are targeting 239 pips. 239 pips. So the coordinates for our take profit is 195.821. You know the drill, guys. Apply proper risk management. It is important. Apply proper risk management. A clearer video on how I was able to, nurture that particular trade, because the last trade, I know most of you saw how I was celebrating the profit and it was looking as if it's easy. I was holding that trade from Tuesday and it was closed on Thursday. So you needed to see the roller coaster. Sometimes I'll check the trade can be up $3,000 and then I'll come back again. The trade is running around $100. And you'll be wondering how did $3,000 come back? The roller coaster ride. So I'm going to drop a well-detailed video. That's why I say subscribe, turn on the notification bell. A lot is going on here on this channel. So I'm going to drop a well-detailed video explaining how I was able to nurture the trade, the points where I added positions and the rest. So stay tuned. Apply proper risk management here. Most of you may see how I stacked up the trade. I mean, someone even commented I've thrown away risk management. I'll still tell you guys how I was able to apply proper risk management even as it was looking as if I stacked up. Okay, so this is what we have on GBPJPY. GBPJPY. So that is our first trap this morning. Let's see if price will get. Remember why we have an alert here. Let's see what price will do there. So confluences, all our confluences are intact. We are following the trend, which is bullish. And then we have our imbalance. We have our imbalance here. And for liquidity, everything we have here, it's liquidity. We're expecting price to clean everything here. So I'm just going to leave it like this. So let's see if this setup price will get there today.